Hi everyone, this is a question from csat. Okay, a shop owner offers the following discount options on an article to a customer. Successive discounts 10% and 20%, and then pays a service of 10%, service tax of 10%. Similarly, second is successive discount of 20%, 10%, and then pays a service tax of 10%. Now, third is pays a service tax of 10% first, then successive discount of 20% and 10%. It's very easy to understand. See how we'll understand it. We'll suppose the shopkeeper owner has a MRP, or we can say MRP of rupees 100 of that article. We'll suppose. Now, if he gives 10% discount, that means 10% of 100 is 10% of 100 is simply what 10. So if we subtract 10 from 100, that's 90. Understood? So he sells it at 9. Now he gives again discount of 20%. 20%. When he gives 20% of 90, 90, that is 1 by 5 of 90. And that is what? 18. 5 ones are 5 ones are 5 eights are 40. That is 18. So if we subtract 18 from 90, so what it comes? 90 minus 18 is 2, and 8 minus 1 is 7. That's 72. Now, what he gives a service tax of 10%. When he gives a service tax of 10%, that means 10% of 72 is 7.2. So if we subtract 72, 7.2, we'll get 8.11 minus 7 is 4. That's 64.8. Got it? So he sells ultimately the product at 64.8. You understood? So first he gives 20%, 10% discount. Then he gives 20% discount and reaches up to 72. This is the price of the product. Now he pays a service tax of 10 rupees of the money, of the price of the product. He's paying service tax 10. That is, he's ultimately selling at 64. Now if we'll see similarly, 100 rupees we have an article and 20% is the discount. That means how much? 20 rupees we have to reduce from 100. That means simply 1/5 of 100 is simply 20. So we have to reduce 20 from 100. That is 80. Isn't it? Isn't it? So now if I give another discount of 10 rupees, so 10% of 80 is actually how much? That's 8. So if I reduce 8, now comes 72. What? 72. Now he pays 10% as a service tax. So 10% of 72 is, we have earlier found, it is 7.2. So if we subtract 7.2 from 72, we'll get 64.8. So he sells the product at 64.8. Now again, the third is, he has 100 rupees. Now he pays first the service tax of 10 rupees. Doesn't he pay? So if he pays 10 rupees, that means he's selling at 90. Now he sells it, now he gives a 20 rupees discount. So 20% of 90 is 18. So 90 minus 18 is how much? 72. Now he again gives a discount of 10. How much? 10. So that is again 7.12. That's again 64.8. So the price of selling the product remains the same. So means all the options are equally good for the customer. So either he can pay first the service tax, after that he can give the discount, or first he can do what? He can give the discounts, then he can pay the service. Amount will remain the same. So option D is correct. Now let's go to the question number 2. Okay, a person bought a car and sold it for 3 lakh rupees. If he incurred a loss of 20%, then how much did he spend to buy the car? See, simply everything whatever we are doing in profit loss, it goes from CP. If CP is increased 20%, means if we multiply it by 20%, additional 20%, we'll get a profit and we will get SP. We know that we have a formula that CP into profit gives SP. So we know that. But here what happens is, there is a 20% of what? Loss. So if it is 20% of loss, CP has been reduced by 20%. Isn't it simple? Which is equal to SP. And that is simply 80% of CP is equal to SP. So CP is simply SP divided by 80 into 100. So what is SP actually? It is 3 lakh. 3 lakh. So 0 and 0 cuts here. 2 fours are, 2 fives are. So it's into 5 divided by 4. So 4 ones are, 4 sevens are 28. 2 is carry. 4 fives are 20. 20. Now how many zeros? 3 zeros. Got it. So now 75 into 5 is what? 0, 0 and 0. 5 fives are 25. 2 is 7 fives are 35. 35 plus 2 is 37. So 7 lakh 35,000 is CB. So then how much did he spend to buy the car? So a person bought a car and sold it for how much? 3 lakh. If he incurred a loss of 20%, then how much did he spend to buy the car? So how much he spent? He has spent 3,75,000. So D part is the answer. Now let's go to the last question, which is very good and interesting. Rakesh has money to buy 8 mobile handsets of a specific company, but the retailer offered very good discount on the particular handset. Rakesh could buy 10 mobile handset with amount he had. What was the discount that the retailer offered? So actually, Rakesh is having some money in his pocket and he has the money to buy 8 phones only, not 10 phones. But the retailer, what he gives him 10 phones instead of 8 phones on the same money he has in the pocket. So simply what is the selling price is the money in his pocket. We'll suppose if it is X. So total we'll see. So he has 8X money in his pocket. But what he gets is he gets some 10X. He gets what? He has 8X money. If we suppose X is some selling price, if we suppose